Okay, so you ever face a trainer in the Pokemon games and see them use a Pokemon and go, I don't think they'd use that. I can't be the only one. I feel like there are tons of trainers in the Pokemon world that either have a Pokemon that doesn't really fit them, or even worse, don't have a Pokemon that do fit them. That's why I came up with this new series, where I go over different trainers in the Pokemon world and give them the teams that would more accurately suit them. In this video, I'll be focusing on the changes I would make to all the major trainers in the Kanto region. If you disagree with my changes, or have a better option in mind, let me know in the comments. Alright, now without any further ado, let's get started with the Kanto Gym Leaders. Good old Brock. There really isn't a lot I changed, to be honest. If anything, I'm actually gonna add a Pokemon. Since the standard for gym leaders nowadays is to have at least 3 Pokemon, that's gonna be the minimum I'm gonna be giving each, and Brock is short one. The team I have for him is Geodude, Rhyhorn, and Onix. I decided to add Rhyhorn because it's the Kanto rock type that fits the most with his team. I mean, they're gray, tough rock types, so that's an easy addition. Next up is Misty. Same as Brock, she's also a short one. Her new team will be Psyduck, Wartortle, and Starmie. The Squirtle line is actually a really good fit for Misty, and I mean, she is a water type expert, so why wouldn't she use it? I feel like the gym leaders would use the starter of the region if it fits with their team's typing or theme, so expect some to show up from here on out. Lieutenant Surge. His team will be Voltorb, Electabuzz, and Raichu. Electabuzz fits Lieutenant Surge so well. He does have one during the Johto games, but I do feel like he should have had one since the very beginning, similar to his manga counterpart. Of course, that might be way too strong to face off early on into the games, but I'm not really taking that into account. This is just looking at what they'd have, regardless of levels and balancing and whatever, nobody really cares. Erica. Her team will be Ivysaur, Tangela, and Vileplume. Ivysaur fits Erica well, considering it has a flower bud / bulb thing on its back. Goes well right alongside her Vileplume and the flower theme she's got going on. Koga. His team will be Golbat, Weezing, and Muck. This one was pretty interesting, because it was just a matter of narrowing down his team to 3 Pokemon that would fit him the most. I decided to remove Venomoth since that's the ace of his daughter Janine, and I don't want them to have identical teams. We'll get to her when I do Johto. Plus, I just really never liked Venomoth for Koga, if I'm being honest. Sabrina. Her team will be Mr. Mime, Hypno, and Alakazam. Hypno is the newest addition, and it fits really well with Sabrina and her creepy psychicness, especially for her anime counterpart. It's like they were made for each other, so I don't know why she never had one. Let's just hope that she doesn't start kidnapping children with it. I feel like she would. Bling! Since he's one of the last gym leaders, he'll be having 4 Pokemon to up the challenge a bit. So because of this, his team doesn't really change. He gets Magmar, Ninetales, Rapidash, and Arcanine. Giovanni. Now, although he is the final gym leader, you gotta remember that he's actually the mob boss of Team Rocket. So will he really battle you fair and square using a type-specific team or number restriction? Nah, son. I see Giovanni's true team being Persian, Sandslash, Nidoking, Nidoqueen, and Rhydon. That last slot is for Mewtwo, but you know, you stop him before he does it. Now, since we're on the topic of Team Rocket, how about we take a little detour and talk about the Pokemon that should be used by the OG evil team? Surprisingly, I'm actually okay with the Pokemon they use because they fit them really well. But there's still a few new additions I made. Team Rocket Grunts should be using Rattata, Ekans, Sandshrew, Nidoran male and female, Zubat, Machop, Grimer, Ghastly, Drowsy, and Coughing. And obviously their evolutions are included for stronger grunts. Now, more importantly, let's look at the changes I'd make to the higher ups. Jesse and James. Their OG anime team really suits them, so they should have Arbok, Weezing, Victreebel, Lickitung, and Meowth. That's right. As for Archer, the team I give him is Golbat, Weezing, and Magmar. My reasoning for adding Magmar to his team is because during the Johto games, he has a Houndoom. But without it in Kanto, his team just becomes another generic Team Rocket grunt team. So I figured I'd give him a Kanto fire type to really spice up his team and make it stand out more. So Magmar it is. Okay, turns out he has one in the post game. Now on to the Elite Four. I'm gonna be honest with you though, Lorelei and Agatha have the same teams as they always do. There really isn't much that can be changed because of how scarce their typings are in the first generation. Same kinda goes for Bruno and Lance, but at least I was able to make a small change to theirs. His team will be Onix, Primeape, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, and Machamp. Alright, the change here is Primeape. I never really understood why Bruno didn't have one. I mean, they do have the same metal shackles on their arms and legs, so what gives? This is a way better fit than the Poliwrath he got in Let's Go. I feel like they just gave him that for like type coverage and stuff like that, I guess. But no, Primeape should have been Bruno's team member all along. Lance. His team will be Gyarados, Dragonair, Aerodactyl, Charizard, and Dragonite. I get why Let's Go gave him a Seadra, cause it's classified as the Dragon Pokemon and it evolves into Kingdra, but it doesn't really suit him. I say just give him a Dragonair like before so he can have some actual dragons on his team other than Dragonite. Sorry Charizard, no offense, but don't worry buddy, you'll always be a dragon to me. Trace. His team's the same. Next. Fine. I guess the one thing I'd like to say is that canonically, I think Raichu would be the true partner for Trace, while the player character gets Eevee. That's just me though. My reasoning is that if the player character gets a Pikachu that doesn't evolve, then they'd be just like Red. So that would kinda ruin the specialness of his unevolved Pikachu. Plus, Jolteon just seems way too cool for this goober. Blue. His team will be Gyarados, Alakazam, Machamp, Executor, Rhydon, and Charizard. This is what I believe to be the team to fit him the most when he first journeyed through the Kanto region to become the champ, and it's the team he'd use when he officially becomes gym leader right after Giovanni leaves. Green. Her team also doesn't change because I feel like the one she received in Let's Go fits perfectly. I even like that she has both a Clefable and Gengar, making a little wink at the old theory of Gengar being Clefable's shadow. I see you, Game Freak. And lastly, Red. This is what I believe should be Red's true canonical team. Pikachu, Arcanine, Lapras, Snorlax, Aerodactyl, and Venusaur. Pikachu, Snorlax, and Venusaur have always been a staple of Red's team, but as for the others, here's why they're here. Arcanine because it's what he'll eventually trade for Blue's Charizard, Lapras because that's what he'll trade for Green's Blastoise, and Aerodactyl because it's what he uses in the manga and I've always liked it for Red. This is the team I believe Red would have used when he first started his Pokemon journey. And with that, I've gone over all the major changes I've made to the Kanto Pokémon Trainers. Thanks for watching everyone. Let me know in the comments what you think of this new series, and also, what changes would you make to the teams I mentioned? Remember to live your life to the fullest, and have yourself a damn good one.